All right. So
I like rolling characters.
yeah, when last we left, you guys had made your way to this abandoned temple deep in the desert that had been uncovered by the shifting sands, trying to find the near mythical star metal. Along the way, you got ambushed by a couple of human throwback sort of things, some sort of mountain dwelling degenerate type things. Um, Tebian, I think, took a spear wound, but other than that, it wasn't too bad. Made your way into the ruins and into the temple itself. There's like a large kind of altar in the center that seems to have some sort of magnetic properties. I think Ragnar's shield is currently stuck to it. Clytius made his way in carefully and found these ingots of this strange metal that did not seem to adhere to the altar, and were quite light for ingots. But when he moved them, things started happening. Skeletal warriors started moving out from where they had been entombed, and two of the sarcophagi, opened up, and these bandage-wrapped figures started to move out of them, indicating that there is a undead presence here. Everybody,
I'm willing to bet that the mummies will burn.
that's the hope. So just so folks know, on the map, I put auras around the things that represent mobs. So like these skeletons, rather than having a bunch of skeleton minis cluttering the map, each of the skeletons is a mob. Your Vanir raiders that are with Ragnar are a mob. Just there's a little bit of an aura around them, so you can differentiate what's a mob and what's an independent target.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Gotcha.
So yeah, if you want to use it for your game, Tony, it's a module for Foundry called Token Aura,
I'll make a note.
and then you can activate the aura right from the token menu. But yes, so as you guys are looking, these undead start to move in from their resting places, and there's a number of them. There's probably a dozen, if not more. The skeletons all have very like these like pitted bronze swords and this like just scraps of leather armor. I believe we did the fear checks last time, so you guys don't have to worry about that.
Hey,
Dodd's come to save her life.
Thank you. We have a fighter.
Excellent. Hey, Don. Perfect timing, actually. So at the top of the round, as these undead start to disgorge from the walls, the door behind you guys slams shut.
Ah, fuck. What was that idea?
Oh, hey guys, how's it going?
Thanks for coming. We need you.
oh dear. Hey, but at least we got the big hammer thingy.
You do. You did pick up from the degenerate chieftain some sort of like large war club that is embedded with a strange ore, like an unrefined version of the star metal.
Betty used it on some of these things.
But as the door closes behind you, you guys are up. What would you like to do?
Captain's going to start yelling to form up on the stairs. At the very least, we'll limit how many can get to us.
like TS probably wants to do some running.
Would you like to make a command roll, see if you can generate some momentum for the group?
Yeah, if I could do a rally, I know rally's not really part of it, but I will absolutely start working orders.
Perfect. Yep. That is definitely a thing.
Difficulty 1, I assume.
Yes. I should say it's difficulty 0 because these guys are your troops. They're used to following your orders.
I will not argue with that.
Sorry, I was a little late, folks. The baby shower ended up going a little long,
Oh, that's okay.
or at least longer than I was expecting.
Well, usually they're only born once.
No problem. We are just getting into the swing of things. We decided we were a little bit late because Trevor was running late, and then we figured we would give you some time to join in, and the timing worked out nearly perfectly.
I mean,
All right, cool.
And we had a great conversation. It was great. It's good stuff.
Yeah, socializing. Yeah. We did that before our the last D&D game I ran too.
It's true. Calder was stuck at that horrendous, what do they call it? Reverse parade?
Yeah.
Santa Claus parade? Cool.
So as these undead start to move out from the walls and start to ready their weapons, the captain basically orders everybody to form up on the stairs. You guys are still up?
I seem to be a ways away from the stairs.
You are a way away from the stairs.
Hey Chris, what kind of a difficulty would it be for Rory to lob some fire by the looks of the mummies straight ahead?
Which ones?
The ones just literally coming from the stairs there, straight ahead.
Skeletons or the mummies further in the back?
Oh yeah, the mummies. I just figured the skeletons might not burn.
That would be difficulty of 2 for the range.
Oh, I see. Does the ring indicate that it's a unit of skeletons?
Yes, you weren't here for that. I thought that would be the easiest way to mark what is a mob and what isn't.
Excellent. I know, I like it. It's good.
So okay, difficulty 2 is not bad. I am going to grab one of my. Where is these? Where's the number? How many 3s do I get? Oh, okay. I'm going to use one of my level 3s.
Okay.
So, area with incendiary. Alrighty, and I'm going to borrow 3 momentum to hopefully give a bunch back.
I've seen worse rolls.
I'm going to re-roll the 20.
Yep.
Nicely done.
Nice. So that will give you guys 4 momentum. So Rory steps forward and kind of like weighs his little like explosive burning liquids in his hand and lobs it in a high arc.
All right, guess I got to roll me some damage.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right.
Did you roll a 5 and 4d6?
Yeah. Which in this game actually isn't bad. It does translate to 5 damage.
That's pretty solid.
It doesn't seem to catch on fire or spread though, because you didn't roll any effects. But that one mummy is definitely burning.
Are there any blanks to reroll?
There's not actually. It's a 1, a 1, a 2, and a 1.
Well, sweet. No, I think we'll see what that does.
Okay.
And
So
we probably have a light source in the distance, I'm assuming.
there is. All right. That leaves us with Clytius, Ragnar, and Tebian.
I'm going to try to figure out the door.
Okay. Give me a thievery check.
Thievery. Do I have that? I do. Not very well.
Always spend a fortune.
It is difficulty 3 to unlock.
Oh, let me reroll then.
Sure.
Can you give me my fortune back?
Yep.
Never mind.
All right. So yeah, it is definitely locked. It seems to be some sort of like ancient and slightly rusty locking mechanism. You think with enough force you might be able to break it, but you're not going to be able to unlock it. And as you're kind of like mucking about with it, you hear something inside it somewhere click. Not in
Fark.
not in a locking or an unlocking way. Given the fact that Tebian is fairly intelligent, you think you probably armed something.
I armed something in a room full of zombies. That's probably not a good thing.
Well, you have to. Well, you can take your next turn and try to figure out what you armed.
Tebin, being reasonably intelligent, is going to spend his next turn getting the fuck out of the way from that door.
Okay. Well, you still have moves, so you can move if you want to. Yeah, the white lines, you can move. You can't quite... yeah, actually, you can move that far. Yep, no problem. You kind of like scoot around past that statue and kind of get behind it for cover just in case.
Take cover, Arizona!
That's not falling on the stairs.
Okay.
Tebian's been generally terrible at following the captain's order anyway.
Ragnar and his men are gonna form up into a squad. And basically kind of protect the bottom of the stairs there. And they will hold their action to attack any skeletons that might come. That leaves Clytius.
Okay. Yeah, Captain says form up on the stairs, so we're gonna form up on the stairs.
See,
And
Tebian?
I will ready an attack.
Sabihi will she will look at the captain, but she will not do anything at this moment.
Captain will say, "Get that door open." however you need to.
Hmm. She will. She will help. She will help Tebian try to figure out the mechanism. So she will assist you on your next roll to figure out the door.
Okay.
Or whoever is figuring out the door, she's going to assist. Okay. And Skeletal Warriors are going to move in. So readied actions can go there, Don.
Okie dokie. Alrighty. We're going to use the stone-edged club.
Oh, it's your first time using it too.
Yeah. We'll spend 1 momentum for 2 dice.
Okay, so all right, so you get a solid hit with 2 momentum, and Ragnar gets a solid hit with 3 momentum total.
Alrighty.
So I'll drop Ragnar's into the pool. You can use yours.
Okay.
Ragnar will use 1 for efficiency.
Oof.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
It does have vicious, so that 3 becomes 5.
You stun and knockdown on that too, isn't it?
Yep, stun and knockdown.
So one of them is knocked down, but it is not stunned. Ragnar did a shitload of damage.
Funny how that works.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And I'll
10,
spend,
11,
what is it, 2 momentum for second attack?
yes.
And 1 for 2 more dice.
Okay.
There we go.
So it's going to give you 3 momentum.
What do we cap out at?
6.
Okay.
So you have 2 extra to use.
Alright, I'll put those in damage.
Okay.
I can reroll 3 of those. So that's going to be 4 and 5 is 9, and 1 is 10, with another knockdown and stuff.
All right. So yeah, so you kind of follow up that one that's down. You bring that club around and smash it and bring it around and knock another one onto its ass. So there's 2 of them able to attack you. Ooh. So they get through your guard with their pitted swords. Ooh.
Oof.
6 damage to the right leg.
Eep.
On me?
On you.
Okay. I've got 1 armor.
Blow off the armor.
Do you have your shield?
Nah, the club is 2-handed, I think.
I
And the shield is stuck to the altar, isn't it?
think it's Ragnar's shield that's stuck to the altar.
No, I think it was mine.
He was the only one over
Because
there.
I was the one that went up.
Alright.
That's fine. Yeah, the club is 2-handed, it says.
Oh, right, that's right. Ragnar didn't take it.
Yep, no worries. So I'll take 5 damage, which is not a wound for me.
No, you're tougher than that.
It's true.
The rest of us are not.
Oh. Skeletons will hit Ragnar. Or Ragnar's group. Oh, but one of his Vanir warriors does not go down. Alright. So yeah, the skeletons move in. The mummies will start to move in, and they will like kind of like raise out their hands, and they will utter this blasphemous curse. They will target. They will actually target Karo.
Oh, they got a brain then.
They do.
Emote.
I got that reference.
Roll deception.
I got both those references.
Is this a threaten?
It is a threaten, but they're far enough away that you can't quite make out the words, and their curse has no effect.
Okay, I don't have to parry it. Or whatever parry's called for
Yeah,
threats.
to defend yourself.
Hooray for the language barrier.
So yeah, so they are starting to kind of lurch forward, and they are definitely muttering something in some language, but you can't quite make it out. And at the end of the round,
Oh shit.
That door thing.
Yeah, that door thing.
all right, you guys are up. You see from the altar, the top of it kind of slides, and this mummy dressed in like finery and talismans and bits and bobs of odd metal and semi-precious stones rises. And for that, I'm going to need everybody to give me a difficulty 2 discipline test.
Oof.
Captain, the loot has arrived. Unfortunately, it's wearing a mummy.
My discipline is terrible.
You can, I will point out, if you don't think you can make the roll, because there is something important at stake, you can deliberately choose to fail and gain a fortune point.
No, I'll make the roll. No, I won't.
I will spend the fortune.
Is it difficulty 1 or difficulty 2?
Difficulty 2.
Oh, okay. I only got 1.
Oh, what did... I rolled the wrong character. Trying to get Ragnar. Ignore that.
I mean, it's the same. It's the same as I rolled, so it's just without a complication. I'll take the non-complication, I guess.
I'm going to spend a momentum on mine.
Ragnar is fine.
So I'm going to pull momentum in.
So everybody gets 4 courage soak from Karo.
Nice.
All right. So Rory generated a momentum.
I'm going to re-roll the 16.
Okay.
Bang.
Nicely done. I generated 2 as well.
All right.
Yeah, it's one of Rory's things. He's got the same willpower as he has intelligence, so it's 11. So I've got 2 levels in discipline, and I've got the courageous to go with.
So Clytius and Tebian failed.
Yeah.
Correct.
So that's not too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5 mental, but thanks to your captain's calming presence, everybody gets 4 courage soak.
So 3.
So yeah, so if you don't have any courage of your own, you take 2.
I don't think I have any courage.
It's on the left underneath your vigor and resolve.
Yeah, it says 0.
I've got 2.
All right.
Yeah, I soak 2 beyond whatever. So
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm down to 5.
So yeah, this thing stands up and like the fear just kind of grips you, but Karo's behind you going, okay, we can get out of this, we can get out of this, we can get out of this. You guys are up.
I am going to throw my spear at the big mummy thing.
Okay.
And I will use a fortune.
Okay.
Oh.
Ooh, that's a good solid hit there.
Wow.
So that will give you 3 momentum if you want to use them for damage or piercing or anything.
I do.
Is it armored?
It doesn't appear to be wearing armor, but it is like dried out and probably kind of tough.
So I'm going to put all 3 of that back, and since I'm not cheating anybody, I will use it all for myself.
Okay.
3 momentum. That's what it's called.
Yep. Ooh.
My effects are unbalanced and piercing.
Oh, piercing is nice. That means it does go through some of its armor. So this, you launch your spear just as it's kind of like pulling itself out of the sarcophagus / altar, and catch it right in the leg. It doesn't dig deep enough in to really impair it, but you have its attention.
That's exactly what I did not want.
And you notice as well that your spear does not seem to be affected by the magnetic pull of the altar either.
That's a pretty good spear.
But it now is over there by the mummy.
All right.
Downsides to everything.
Yeah. All right. The rest of you are up.
Roy, you think you can get that open?
Well, I think I can try. So what's that going to be? Thievery?
It is thievery.
Hang on, let me give a go at it.
And Sabihi will assist.
Cool.
She will assist poorly.
He's like, mm.
She did that on purpose.
Probably.
Goddamn
Well,
witch.
she might not have had to try to break into a door before. Fortunately, I do actually have thievery, which is kind of fun.
It is difficulty 3.
Oh yeah. We're going to be using some momentum and a fortune point. So I'll spend the 1 fortune and then 2 extra momentum for the 5 dice.
Okay.
Whoops. 1 second, got something wrong.
Oh, nice.
Boom!
Ooh.
Right. So that will give you the 3 momentum. Alright. You can get this unlocked, but it is going to take you a little while. You can spend some momentum to decrease the time from 5 rounds down to 2 rounds.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's not that it's terribly complicated lock, but it is very old and rusty, and you desperately want to make sure that you don't break anything.
Yeah, probably got to lube it up in places.
But as you do so,
Oh, shit.
so yes. Oh, right. That much. As you do, you remember Tebby and going like, Duck, I think I triggered something, just as this, like, kind of stream of this foul-smelling gunk just sprays out of the door. I'm going to need everybody to give me a difficulty 2 resistance test.
Ugh.
Oh, I'm good at that too.
I'm not.
You're not in the zone, so you're good.
I rolled for nothing then.
Yep. Probably for the best with the complication there.
Level 2, you say, eh?
I failed even after spending momentum.
Is there still momentum?
There are 3. I don't know if Don's back yet, so I'll roll for him.
All right, I'll use a momentum. Yeah, I'm good. Generated 2 momentum.
Oh, nice. Alright, so Rory throws himself flat. Zabihi throws herself to the side. Ragnar kind of ducks. But Caro and Clytius...
It's okay,
Sorry,
guys. Don't
back.
worry. Don't worry, guys. I got poison healing abilities now.
Good.
Right. The good news is I rolled like
That's
I rolled like shit.
It's a great roll.
Good.
So Clytius and Kara, both of you take 2 vigor damage. Your armor does not apply. As this caustic goop basically sprays out of the door. It's very thick and very viscous, and to Rory's alchemical mind, you think that it's been in there so long that it's largely lost a lot of its potency, which is probably for the best.
Okay.
So Don, you missed that we've unlocked the door, but it'll take a couple rounds.
Okie
Yeah.
dokie. Did I miss my attack?
Nope.
Okay, I'll do that now. If it's all
Oi,
right.
lads. Hold them off of me. I think I can get the door.
Good, good. We got still momentum, so I'll spend 1 to get 2.
Oh, very nice.
There we go. Yeah. So I'll spend 2 for another attack, and then what's left after that?
So you have 2 after the pool is filled.
Okay, so I'll spend those 2 for another attack. So damage on the first one. Reroll 3 blanks, so only 2. Okay, so
Nice.
that's going to be 4-7 physical damage.
Yeah, that drops another one. It cuts into the second one.
Nice.
There's only 2 left on you.
Okay. Second attack, spend 1 to get 2.
You have
Okay.
1 momentum above and beyond.
Okay, so I'll spend that 1 on damage. Okay. So that's going to be 7.
So you like pummel these, but you notice that this club is starting to show some wear and tear.
Gotcha.
Just note someplace on your character sheet that it has 1 fracture.
Okay.
It's rugged enough that a single complication isn't going to break it, but it is starting to show some wear.
Alrighty.
So that's Karo and Ragnar and his group left to go.
I'll let Ragnar clear up his group.
Okay. So Ragnar will generate 1. He'll use that to give his weapon vicious.
Oh, nice.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The skeletons are down to only 2, and one of them is wounded.
There's lots of momentum. You can go again.
Doesn't have his team with him this time. Ooh, barely hits.
Oof.
Now there's one wounded skeleton left there.
Can't he reroll his blanks?
Oh, he can.
He can. He can reroll 2. There you go.
There are no skeletons left.
Good catch, Jeff.
All right, Carol's going to move here.
There, he cleared the way. Now Tibby can get back to us.
Except he already went.
Yeah.
As he walks by to Sabihi, I think her name was.
Yep.
He'll very quietly whisper in her ear, pointing towards the thing that just come out of the crypt, the king, whatever it is. Kill that thing. And then he's going to focus his attention on these mummies over here. If they're smart enough to target him, they're smart enough to listen to his words. So he's going to calmly, in the midst of all this chaos, do his thing, right? Try to stare these guys down. I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to try. Difficulties 2, I guess, that are not in close.
Correct. Unless you want to move up.
No. There's 2 momentum. I'll spend 1 momentum to get piercing.
Okay.
Actually, I already have piercing because of... actually, that was... I should have 2 more dice there. For...
Actually.
Actually. Command is 15, so that's 1 more success.
All right. So 5 successes total.
5 successes total. That should be lots.
Gives you 3 momentum.
And that's piercing 2.
Okay.
Don't think I'll use any momentum. We'll save that for the boys. And I don't have a reroll on damage, so 5 area stun.
Okay.
Piercing 2.
So that hits both of them. Both of them, they do look. Their heads kind of like crick in your direction. And there's like this burning hatred, and they continue moving towards you.
Yeah, I didn't think that'd work, but it's worth a shot.
So, just if it helps, you do know that whatever it was, it got through. It drew their attention. I.e., they did take the resolve damage. They're just not affected by the stun effect.
Okay, so they're actually can take resolve.
Yeah, they are inured to fear.
Did they take a trauma out of that?
They did.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Ooh, crazies on.
Yeah.
They're like crazy mommies.
And they are going to basically make a beeline kind of for Karo as they kind of clamber over this skeleton. Like they get down on like all fours, kind of like climb over it. Surprisingly agile.
At least they can't jump.
And again, they will shriek at you in this language.
emo tab.
No, they do that stretchy mouth roar thing.
Yeah.
You're still not quite close enough for them for their curse to take effect.
Oh, jeez, that's great.
So what I'm hearing is whichever side we decide to attack first, hit them hard and hit them fast.
Oh, that one though. The first one like screeches at you, like, well, these guys are getting close, and the second one, it's like close enough that you can like feel its fetid breath as it curses you in some unknown language, and that is a success.
And you say this is a threaten, all right?
It is a threaten.
So I will attempt to defend myself. Give you a doom.
Okay. So they generated 0 momentum. You generated 1 momentum. So you have successfully steeled yourself against this.
God damn right I did. Mitra's with us.
Okay, Behe, she'll look over, she goes over to Roar, she's like, you think you can get that door open soon?
I shouldn't take too long.
So she puts her hands down on the ground, and she starts chanting, and you guys all feel the ground start to rumble.
Is that helping? Do we think that's helping?
When that door opens, run.
All right, get that door open.
Oh, laddie, I'm working on it. It's not going to take too much longer.
Ooh, the sorcerer. Oh, sorcerer's going to do that. So the new mummy, the one obviously dressed in sorcerer's garb, is going to reach out, and it begins casting a spell.
Well, fuck.
Sabibi.
Can only do one thing at a time. It will spend 2 of its own personal doom.
Oh, dread creatures. Oh, God.
Oh, shit.
It's very successful.
Oof. So it starts to cast a spell.
Turns itself into a squirrel.
No, it does not.
Back in my day, this was really impressive.
All right. So Karo, you're gone. You cannot see, hear, feel, or smell anything.
Oh, lovely.
Any test that you make that relies upon any sort of sense in any way, shape, or form, is difficulty is increased by 6.
Isn't that all of them?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Actually, sorry, the difficulty will go up by 4, because that maxes it out at 5. And it gives me some doom in my pool.
Good news. You'll never see it coming.
So he doesn't even know what's happened, right? He just went black?
He just went black. You can't even tell if you're still standing because you can't feel the ground underneath you.
That's right. Well, just makes it easier to grab the captain.
Ooh. Ooh. So one of the mummies reaches out and grabs one of the 2 minions and just like wraps its hands around and it squeezes and squeezes. You guys all hear like the vertebrae in the back of the neck snapping as it drops the lifeless body to the ground.
How's the burning one?
The burning one, he has taken a wound, but he's not on fire. And he's going to reach out with his lifeless hands towards Clytius. Difficulty is... What's the reach on your club? Is it 2 or 3?
2.
Okay. So it reaches out with its hands, and you can tell like the immense strength this thing possesses. And you're like keeping it at bay with that club. You do not want it getting its hands on you.
Poke, 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 back, back, back.
That will be around to you guys.
Can I do
Alright.
anything while I'm working on the door?
You can if you want to spend momentum to do like a second thing. Your primary thing is the door. You can spend momentum to do a second thing.
All right, I'll wait and see how things wash out with the others.
Well, fighter types try to clear that out, I guess, for Tebian to get back where he's supposed to be.
Start taking that personally.
If I thought I was alive, I would give you a very stern lecture.
Alright. Well, Ragnar and his guys then will attack a mummy. Momentum, so one of those for vicious. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13 damage.
Yeah, Ragnar's pretty good at this fighting thing.
There you go. Just because you guys know the numbers over the mummies where it says +1 foot, that's how many wounds they've taken.
Gotcha.
They're not actually flying.
Thank God.
Okay. That is Ragnar and his team. His team of 2.
Alright.
And Clytie?
Yeah, we're working on it here. We'll spend 1 to get 2. Okay, that's good. Reroll the blanks. Oh, nice. So that is 10 damage with stun and knockdown.
10 damage. Alright. So you basically you bring this club and you kind of sweep its legs under it, knock it to the ground, and then just like swing it in like a really like wide downward arc and just pulverize the skull of it.
All
Good
right.
job.
And then I'm going to make my move over to the sorcerer
Okay.
and take a second swing.
Okay.
For,
Spend them.
2 for the extra attack, and 1 for 2 more dice.
Well, we're committed now.
Oof. 2 hits and another complication. I'm gonna break this club off in his zombie ass.
Bingo.
All right. One sec here.
No worries. Rerolling blanks. Or is he doing stuff?
All right, so you swing, and he catches your club
Oh, okay.
as he parries.
Oof. Fancy.
Well, bye-bye club.
And he parries well enough that...
I wasn't really attached to it anyway.
True, and these things have some fleshy bits, so you're probably better going back to the Schmitter.
So he just like kind of bats it aside.
Okay.
That will leave us with Tebian, Rory, and Karo.
Has the door been fixed yet?
The door will be open at the end of this round.
All right.
You can see like Rory's like working on it, and it's come up probably like 2 or 3 inches. It's definitely moving up.
All right. So I don't need my help on that. And my spear is in the mummy over there, right?
It's beside the mummy. You didn't actually embed it because you didn't cause a wound or anything, so it's over there beside the mummy. It's in that zone.
All right. I will. Can I go over there, grab my spear, and stab it again?
It would take your major action to run to get there, so you'd have to sprint to get there.
Yeah.
Minor action to pick it up, and then you would have to spend 2 momentum to stab it.
We don't have 2 momentum, so I will go over there and do that.
Should be 1 though. It's a different style action.
Oh, that's right. It is a different set, so 1 action to stab him.
All right.
Or 1
So I don't
momentum
need a
set.
momentum. Okay. I will use that momentum then.
Yeah, you need that 1 to stab him.
So I'll throw the momentum on my roll.
You need to spend the 1 to stab him.
So when I roll the dice, should I put it on the roll or not?
Nope. You have to spend it just to get the chance to stab him.
Right. That's a pretty good roll.
That is a good roll. That is I will spend 2. He'll try to parry that as well.
Roll damage.
Give me 1 sec here.
Yeah, you might get parried.
Well, this is his second parry, though. It's going to cost more than 1.
Yeah, it costs him 2 doom. So you got 2 successes. He only got 1. So you do hit. You don't generate any momentum though.
So roll damage or no? Not roll damage.
Yep.
Roll damage.
Ha!
Oh, nice.
I pierce his head.
Sucks to be.
By all means, please do.
All right. So yeah, you stab up, and he tries to parry, but he's still kind of focused on Clytius here. And he managed to catch and drive through that dry, taut skin of his head.
I wonder if it stops the spell.
That will leave us with Karo and Rory.
Mine's really easy. I'm going to try to clear an ongoing condition
Okay.
with +4 difficulty, making that a difficulty 6.
Yep.
I will choose to fail. 'Cause I'm
Difficulty
pretty
5, actually. So,
pretty sure there's consequences for failing.
and there absolutely is.
And I can't move because I can't see and I can't feel, so I don't even know which way anything is, right?
Correct.
So I might as well get a fortune back.
So yeah, you try to steal yourself, and it's nothing. There's nothing there. You're alone with your thoughts.
Ooh, sensory deprivation tank. Should be harmonious, dude.
Yeah, that's supposed to be a good thing.
Well, I am the smartest guy in the room.
Ha!
So that will leave us with Rory.
Well, since there's no momentum to do second action with,
Sorry.
Yep.
Oh, right.
You can spend a fortune to do a second action as well.
no, that's okay. But I'm going to just shuffle slightly to the left.
Okay.
Really?
What? You can't see anything.
If I knew you did that, I'd judge you.
Well, the others are all occupied, and I'm pretty sure the sorceress is not going to say anything.
You can totally
Calculated
trust
risk,
the
good sir.
sorceress.
Calculated risk, good sir.
I mean, I'm not going to judge you.
There's no
but
spy.
Caro-
Maybe I'm
He's oblivious.
Very true.
So as Sahibi, she seems to be concentrating. And she's like, "We need to go as soon as that door is open." Clytius, Tevian, you guys need to be ready. And the entire complex starts to shake.
Okay.
And I'm going to need everybody to give me, except for Caro, since he can't actually sense this.
An awareness roll?
Difficulty 2 willpower test. Or discipline.
Oh.
I'll take the discipline.
Yeah, willpower, Shadow of the Demon Lord.
It's all the same to me.
Well, willpower is an attribute.
Oh, okay.
Rotro, Ruby.
Oh. Had a reroll, didn't even need it.
I will re-roll the 15.
Oh no, Ragnar! Oh, he's courageous.
Hooray!
So I'm just going to re-roll a d20 by itself because there's so many other rollings that just didn't allow me to do it.
Okay, no problem.
Bang.
So I think Tebbin is the only one that failed. So Tebbin, you take 2 points of resolve damage. The realization that this sorceress is going to bring this whole temple down, and you're not entirely sure you can get to the door in time.
Now that's where my intelligence goes against me.
Yep.
Well, I mean, it's 2 resolve damage. That's not bad.
I'll be one
I've
second.
taken a bit already.
Yeah, I just got to grab my pork roast out of the oven.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I can't protect you now. So
If only you were aware of his suffering.
Make sure you grab some bling before you run away.
I mean, that was my hope, but I don't know if it's gonna happen.
Oh, not even on him. There might be some bling right at your feet.
I had to grab the 2 lumps of metal.
That'll be fun.
it'll be interesting figuring out what to do with it.
and I
Well, I mean, 2 ingots is enough to make weaponry.
Or buy a galleon.
I would also think that that might be the thing we might be looking for. I believe in the last session, though, that was as I spoke to you, that's like, well, Captain, do you want to buy you a galleon?
Yeah, I think That's where I'm leaning anyway. Caro's leaning.
I think that's a very good idea, because when else are we going to really get the opportunity to kind of drop that kind of coin for that kind of class of shit?
Okay, the sorcerer. He's got people up here with him. He will deathless stare Clytius.
Oh, not on the first date.
Didn't even buy you a drink.
I know.
Well, maybe if you're lucky, you'll get a reach around.
It doesn't look great.
So you could spend a doom if you would like to roll discipline.
Sure. Yeah, why not?
Okay, so you can
I
make
have a reroll. I have a reroll on discipline. Might work.
Okay.
Or not. I can reroll one though. And it's still balls. That tracks.
Scary sorcerer.
So the one that he generated, I will put on the damage.
Oof.
So that is going to be 9 resolve damage.
All right, I've got 2 courage, and I assume no help from the captain at this point.
No help from the captain.
Oh, the counselor's going to be busy.
So that will be 7 resolve.
Yep, and a trauma. Gotcha.
2 traumas. Because it is intense.
Oh, fun.
Wow.
And I will spend...
I should have spent a fortune on that. Yep, really should have.
Yep.
If it makes you feel better, I get rerolls on my council test.
Good.
Oh, I was thinking of the wrong creature. This guy does not have regenerate.
Good.
Thank the fuck.
Okay.
Which one does? That's the question.
Well, I've been slowly inputting like all of the creatures from the different books, so I have a full out like bestiary.
Yeah, I'm really hoping you can export that.
I'd like to say that I appreciate your dedication to that, but not so much.
Right. Ragnar and his small band are managed to keep that mummy over there at bay. These ones. Oh, they have no interest in Karo anymore.
Good for Caro.
So
He's
one of
drooling on the steps, so
so one of them is going to attack Rory. Oh, but misses.
Yay.
And the other one is going to attack Sabihi. And will hit.
Well, hey, Tony. I mean, you might end up having a dead sorceress.
I'll call that a win.
Ooh. 1 and 2.
It just means a little more groundwork on our part.
So yeah, so it wraps its hands around Zabihi, and as she kind of like loses focus because she's done to hell with those 4 successes, the entire building starts shaking a heck of a lot more.
Oh, good.
End of the round though, the door opens. You guys are up. And there's like bits of like stonework and everything starting to fall from the ceiling.
Right. I would like to scoop a handful of loot, swag, treasure, jewelry.
Okay. I will say, give me a.
I've got ransack. Does that help?
Give me a thievery test.
Oh, not great at thievery. Do I have anything in thievery? Nope, it's only a 10.
Hmm.
I'll spend a fortune on thievery.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, there we go.
So yeah, so you like you grab a good handful of stuff. I'll basically say you get one die and then one more for every momentum you want to spend.
2, I guess.
Okay. Well, you generated 1, so you could spend it and get 2 dice worth of loot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a pretty good roll. So 2 with an effect. So I'll just note that so later you can figure out what you actually grabbed.
Yeah, all right, and then I am out of here.
Okay. The mummy will get an attack as you leave.
That's okay.
You can. Oh no, it was a roll to do the grabbing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It will hit you with its unholy touch.
Bury that shit.
What is my parry? Is it decent? I got 2 points in it. Well, let's see. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay, gonna try to parry this.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'll spend another fortune.
Okay.
There we go.
All right, and you generate a momentum in the process.
Yeah, I suppose because I only need 1 for him to miss, right?
It's whoever generates the most momentum. So
Oh, okay.
So he generated 1 momentum, you generated 2 momentum, so you successfully parry and you have a momentum left over.
Gotcha.
Your weapon has parrying, right?
This one does not.
Okay, so that would cost a doom to do so.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Everything's taken into account. All right, so he lunges at you and you like just kind of smack him back with the club as you make your way away with the loot.
Nope. Mine. Excuse me, pardon me.
So yeah, you can get into that, into the scrum. You can't quite get out the door unless you want to spend a momentum for a second standard action.
Oh, the door is open. Sure.
Okay.
Oh shit, we're leaving. All right.
Apparently so.
Okay. All right.
Kevin's had to leave.
Okay. Ragnar may as well try to finish off these 2 things.
If I have any extra momentum, can I drag the captain with me?
You don't. It would take an action to grab the
Or
captain.
extra movement? Oh, okay, no worries.
So you can either get out the door or you can stop where the captain is and grab him.
Is he still insensate?
Absolutely.
In that case, I will grab him up.
Okay. All right. So you're still in this zone, but you do just grab the captain. Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Because if Caro dies, I'm in charge, and I don't want that.
Okay. All right, Ragnar is going to try to finish off some mummies and clear the way for people.
Such a great motivation.
Exactly.
That's why I chose it.
Yeah. Always choose the second command that doesn't want to be first.
Ragnar's apparently starting to get tired.
Sometimes it's a long road to hoe.
Manages to finish off one of them. He probably wouldn't leave yet. Okay, that leaves us with Karo, Rory, and Tebian.
Tebian's got a spear, so can he make a stab and then run for the door?
He can. He can try.
Well, he's going to try. I see no momentum in the pool, so I guess he's not using any. Difficulty 1?
Yep, you could give me Doom if you wanted.
No.
Okay. All right.
Especially not with a roll like that.
Okay, you do manage to stab him.
And then I run for the door.
Okay, so roll your damage.
Shit, I closed the character sheet. $3, no whammies. Not bad. Second time I hit in the head.
All right. So you stab him, and then you like turn to run. As you do, he is going to reach out and try to hit you with his unholy touch.
That's all right. Nobody's touched me yet, except for emotionally.
And the reach on your spear, I think, is 3, right?
I will double check. Actually, it doesn't say, so.
I think it's
I believe so, yeah.
I think
Three.
it's spear.
3. It says 3.
Perfect. Ooh.
The saving spear.
So as you run, he reaches out and you manage to kind of like push him back with the spear. I will say with this complication actually that you manage to kind of like drive him back before you run, so he is several zones away from you guys now.
That's the way I like it.
That will leave us with Rory.
Ugh. Okie dokie. So here I have a lovely open door, but I have a lovely mummy sitting right beside me. So, question.
Yep.
Can I literally move by 1 block, mummy's still with me, not have attack of opportunity?
Yeah, the attack basically happens when you kind of leave the mummy's reach.
Gotcha. So I'm going to basically pivot to what would be here, which is I'm assuming is more outside.
Yeah, you're like in the doorway sort of thing.
Gotcha. And I am going to attempt to ignite the mummy that's right here with me.
Okay.
Here. Since there's only one, I'm going to use the level 2. So incendiary 3 and spread.
Okay.
And I think I'm going to spend the blessed point. Hopefully maybe generate some momentum. And it's just a difficulty 1 because I'm literally right next door to it.
Yep. Nice.
Oh, bless your heart.
Oh,
So yeah, as you get ready to like leave, you basically just take that potion and basically just like drop it right at the mummy's feet.
surprise! Now roll my 4d6 and see what we got.
Oh, nice. 1, 2, 3. So 4 damage, and then the incendiary and the spread. So he's going to take 4 damage and 4 damage and 4 damage.
Sweet.
So he is on fire. He's like flailing around. He's not quite dead.
But he's close.
But yeah, like, and the smell wafting off of him is just horrifying.
Oh, I can imagine. I mean, these things are so old, they're probably close to self-igniting anyway.
I'm just going to retro something. For the complication the mummy got, rather than him getting pushed back a zone, I'm going to say that he loses the concentration on his spell.
Oh, well, that's different.
Yeah.
Good.
So yeah, so
Thank you.
that would make more sense, narratively speaking.
Sounds good.
So yeah, so Karo, you snap back. This illusion that has clouded your senses is lifted.
Oh, that changes my round a great deal. Who's left outside of me?
There's you're surrounded by mummies, one of which is on fire and flailing about. You see Isabihi, her hand is on the ground and she seems to be almost whispering to the ground. And
Clytius might have you hoisted over his shoulder.
Clytius has you like hoisted over his shoulder.
Am I the last to go?
Yes.
Oh, fuck. 4 momentum. I had a plan, by the way, for spending 3 fortune to do some epic stuff, but he's over there. And they go next, right?
They do. Actually, technically, Zabihi goes next, and then they go.
Well, let's just say that the mummy that's behind you that's not on fire has options.
Okay, Captain's not going to leave his guys. He will get close to the door, though. So I will withdraw.
Okay.
Stand next to Rory.
Okay.
Outside of close with this guy.
Yep.
And he will spend 1 momentum to Steely Glare.
Okay.
You burning motherfucker.
It's not optimal, but
If it works, great. Damage is damage.
Yeah. You know, these are the 2 that came in from the side too that you already slightly traumatized. So.
yeah, I only can hit 1 though, unless I spend momentum. That's 2 momentum generated.
Yep.
6 are full total.
Yes.
Oh, wait, I get 2 extra dice. That's 2 more successes.
Okay. So I will give you 2 overflow momentum.
So I'll use 2 of those for damage.
Okay.
This is piercing 2, stun. And I don't have to spend momentum on effects until I roll, or do I have to spend them first? Secondary targets, what I'm thinking.
A secondary target is after you roll.
That is great. And I don't have reroll for damage, but 6 piercing 2 is not bad. I'll spend for what is it, 2 for secondary?
Yeah. Just bear in mind that you didn't get any piercing on that because there's no effects.
No, it's the talent.
What does a talent say?
Let me double check. Strong arm tactics. Further, you gain piercing X on your threat attacks, where X equals to your ranks of strong arm tactics, and I have rank 2.
Yep. So it would still need an effect to trigger it. Like if it says ignores courage.
Just like every other piercing, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I can't I can spend momentum to reroll, though, right?
You can.
I'll spend 1 to reroll the blanks.
Yeah, might as well.
Because this sounds important. Still no.
Still no effects, but tons of damage though. Like 13 trauma.
Well, I mean, he's on fire, right? I mean, that's traumatic.
And then I'll spend for secondary, which is 6 on the other guy.
6 on the other guy.
Making some crazy mummies. Crazy.
Yeah. So the one that was on fire basically is just kind of flailing about and like runs over and then topples in a pile of flame.
Still my kill.
That counts as 1.
Okay.
You're more than welcome.
All right. So Zabihi, now that everybody is close to the door, will release her spell. That is not 3 successes. So as she kind of pulls her hand away from the earth and she whispers something, you see like this, basically this crevice open up. And I'm going to need actually Phytius and Tebian to give me a difficulty 1 athletics or acrobatics.
Technically, isn't Clytius up where Caro used to be?
Oh, good point.
Tabian's a very smart guy. Is there anything I can roll to figure out what her motivations or figure out why she's being deferential to the captain and shit like that?
You can make an insight roll.
All right. I'm going to use I think this one's important, so I'm using 3 momentum on that.
Okay.
So I think she's playing the captain. And I rolled. Actually, that was a study in contrast, wasn't it?
Very much so. All right.
Do you have anything that re-rolls insight for you?
I don't think I do.
So you do have some, if you want to spend momentum to ask some questions, you certainly can. But it seems very much like she just doesn't want to die.
Well, that's fair. Is she playing us? That's really what I want to know.
She definitely has ulterior motives. She wants to find her mentor, just as badly as you guys do, perhaps not for the same reasons, but mainly she just doesn't want to die. So that's kind of her guiding principle right now.
All right. So the rest of it, you want me to make an athletics?
Athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
Acrobatics is higher, but not by much.
It's difficulty 1 because you're not the center of her thing.
You're probably just going to fall down.
I fall down a lot, which is a terrible thing for a guy who works in the crow's nest.
No, you managed to throw yourself aside as this like crevice opens up between where she was touching the ground and out towards where the mummified sorcerer was, and it basically widens as it goes, and just like under him, you just like that whole section, that whole zone where the altar and everything is, just drops out of sight.
Yee.
Out, 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 out. Let's go.
Right.
Let's go.
Well, there's still one left.
So yes, there is one mummy left. It will take a swing at. Oh, there's 3 people there. So starting with Clytius as 1 and Sahibi as 2.
Bring it.
So it reaches out with its lifeless hands.
Ooga booga.
Ooh, he is going to grab you.
Oh, he doesn't want Clytius to leave.
He does not want Clytius to leave.
It's be a really good time to parry.
I guess I can give it a try. Nope.
Okay, so he generated no momentum. He generated 1. So he reaches out with his lifeless hands. And grabs onto your left arm. So you are grappled and you are stunned.
God damn it.
Ooh. Well, at least Ragnar's right there, though.
You can ignore the stun for the low cost of 3 doom.
Nice try.
All right, that is him.
Is it me, or is it Chris starting to sound like a used car salesman?
I was just thinking if they said, just give me a bonus on my rolls and you can get out of that, but 3 doom sounds horrifying.
All right. So at the start of the round, I need everybody to give me a difficulty 1 athletics test.
I mean, it
Acrobatics
depends,
not
really.
happening?
Does being grappled reduce my speed to 0?
It does.
Is
He's
it
dead.
athletics
I can
or
totally
acrobatics?
carry his body out of here.
It is athletics.
Straight up athletics. Oof.
Do we have any bonus for being on the door?
No.
That is actually 5 successes. I think. Nope, 4. 4 successes.
So that will generate a bunch of momentum.
What's the difficulty?
Difficulty is only 1 this round.
Feel free to spend momentum. I just generated a
Oh,
bunch.
fuck yeah. Captain is not very athletic.
I failed.
So Rory. Is going to take 2 points of 2 points of vigor.
So, ass over tea kettle, hit head, whatever.
Basically, the temple is starting to collapse because she just rent an entire earthquake through it.
Oh, yeah, I get that. Or get smucked by a rock or something.
Yeah, you're not prone or anything. You're just taking some damage from the rubble falling.
No worries.
Ooh, the mummy succeeded even. All right. You guys are up.
All right, Clytius, kill that thing.
I am stunned.
Ragnar, kill that thing.
Ragnar and company will do so. Oh, one momentum. Ragnar will spend the 1 momentum for a vicious on his weapon.
That'll do.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 damage.
12 damage.
It is actually still standing. Barely. So
But he could spend 1 for withdrawal, right?
he could, but he's not going to be able to get Clytius out of there.
We have a fair bit of momentum. Captain's going to start ordering everybody out.
All right. So yeah, so Ragnar will like hit it and then order his people to retreat. Okay. That will leave us with Clytius, Kara, Worry, and Tebian. Don, you can try to do a clear maneuver as a miner to get rid of the stun. You'll still be grappled,
Okay.
but you can get rid of the stun. But it is a difficulty 3 resistance test.
Maybe Rory can clear it first.
New buildings are
That's what I meant. Maybe.
Yeah,
Ah,
that's
there we go.
that's I'm pretty pinpoint with my stuff.
Yeah, if you can kill it, we can get out of here. So
Well, that's my thought. All right, so I'll lob a level 2 at it, and we'll see what we get.
Okay. As long as you hit, this will kill it. So.
don't want complications on this one.
Very much. Since it's just difficulty 1, I won't bother using any momentum because I have a reroll that should work. Boom.
Alright. So yeah, you lob it and the fire hits it and engulfs it, and its hands kind of like drape down Clytius's body as he kind of staggers a few steps back.
Take that. Ha.
All
And
right,
I
the rest.
around.
And I move outside.
Yeah, we're gonna
Well, I
exit.
know
We're pulling
they
Clytius
said
with
they
us.
Run.
Word.
Okay.
Out the door.
We got some good swag and feel good about destroying some mummies.
Oh God, it's another combat.
So that's why
It's just I found it easier just to throw the zones down just in case. But yeah, you guys managed to stumble out from this underground temple. The light outside is blinding as you stumble from the dark interior into the like harsh noonday desert sun.
Wow, I've never been so happy to be blinded by the sun.
And behind you, there are still some rumbles, but it's not like the entire temple collapses. She didn't concentrate on it quite that long.
Right. Can we shut this door?
Yeah, should be. Unless you want to leave it open. I mean, someone else may have fun.
Let's not push our luck.
Ragnar will close it behind you.
Plonk.
Whew.
And you see, as you guys kind of like stumble to the surface, Clytius has almost like a death grip on this small sack, and this looks like a hair clip almost, but it's made of some sort of like interwoven patterned like 2 or 3 different metals together. Looks like it might be worth some coin.
Everyone in one piece?
Aye.
More or less.
Don't suppose we know how to seal this door so it can't get opened again?
I can bury it.
That
What
sounds
if we
like
all got on top of it and jumped up and down really hard?
All right, witch, bury it.
It's like we're gonna want to find shelter. It's not very precise.
All right.
Mhm.
Just make sure nothing's coming back out of that thing. We can't give our man a proper burial. We'll make sure it's magnificent.
Nice. A tomb in the tomb, laddie. That sounds really good. They'd love that.
All right, we'll get clear and let her do her thing.
So yeah, so once you're clear, she kind of stands kind of in the open with her like arms outstretched.
I take notes.
And is begins chanting this almost a sea-songy type of area. And as she does, the winds start to pick up. And it goes from a calm, like hot day until like the temperature starts to rise and the wind starts to pick up and the sand starts to get kicked around. And within probably like 5 to 10 minutes, it is like a raging sandstorm.
My trick goddess.
And like once it's going, she will like kind of get behind the shelter with the rest of you. It should last for a couple of hours, but it should be enough to bury that temple.
Right. Mr. Tabian, can I have a minute with you?
Yes, Captain.
Next time I tell you to form up, you form up. You understand me?
Yes, Captain.
Do you understand me?
I understand, Captain.
All right.
She's gonna work on bandaging her wounds.
Oh, hey. Lassie, leave that to me.
And everybody can recover any resolve or any vigor damage that they had.
That's good.
Any wounds or traumas remain, but
Who needs patched up?
Aye. Rory's setting up shop.
Good job, Roy. Break out the good stuff for Mr. Tabian. I'm sure he'll need a little one-on-one with your particular services.
I'm doing all right now.
2 trauma over here.
Oh, it's Clytius.
I got through it without trauma this time.
Wow, good for you.
All right, and who's got a wound?
I can barely get through a Disney movie without trauma.
Bambi.
But I can tell
That tracks.
Zahibi has some like pretty brutal looking like finger marks from where one of the mummies grabbed her.
All right, well, we'll take care of that then. All right then.
Yeah, the one that stunned and grappled Clytius only did like 4 damage, so not enough for a wound there.
All right then. So one wound is just a level.
Difficulty of 1.
Well, what I'll do is I'm going to put momentum into the heal, so hopefully to generate more momentum. I think I'll re-roll the 16.
Okay.
All right, fair enough.
Right, but you do manage to get her bandaged up, gain a momentum in the process.
Nothing wrong with that. Replace the one I used. Anybody else?
Claudius probably needs a bottle.
I
Did a good job, Claudius. Well done. Could have went a whole lot worse.
Yeah, well. At least it wasn't monkeys.
No compliments for the witch.
Oh, fuck no.
Okay, I'm used to it.
Oh no, Lassie, you did good. Thank you.
Carol give Rory quite a look at that. No, doesn't say anything, not scowling, just
Fair enough. So Clytius and I should probably go somewhere and have a talk.
I'll say the basically if you use the bottle of rum or whatever it is that you have, it'll work like medicine for healing. It'll be an extra die without having to spend momentum on counseling rolls.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. And I've got a reroll now too.
that's how we do it on the Kraken.
Spend all our money on rum.
In that case, I'll just roll 3d20 instead of using the skill, or
No, just put it in as momentum, and I'll just add a momentum into the pool.
all right, thanks. You know something though? I like Clytius. I think we'll use a momentum too to help out.
Okay.
So I'll put 2 in and get the 1 back.
Yep.
That means alcohol fixes everything, because you can turn it into medicine,
Yep.
Yes.
and you can use it to fix your brain, just like real life.
Just like real life.
Cause and solution to all of life's problems.
Well, I mean, alcohol is a solution chemically.
Very true.
That's funny.
I'm going to re-roll that 20.
Okay, that might be good on a counseling roll.
There we go.
There we go. Yep.
So the way it works is you treat 1, and then you treat an additional 1 for each momentum you want to spend.
All right, so I generated 2 momentum, so we can use one of those to get that second one out of the way.
Yep.
And then we can put the other momentum into the...
Perfect.
Sounds good. Thanks, Rory.
So yeah, so as the sandstorm kind of blows outside and everybody's kind of hunkered down in this ruined building. Actually,
Rory and I pass the bottle and look at shiny treasures.
this seems
Oh,
this seems appropriate.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm probably as drunk as you are.
I can't even see anything. I don't think I have an icon here. There we go.
It's all black to me too. There it is.
Yeah, I actually did up like a ruined temple as part of this section of ruins that you found, so it makes sense that you guys could hole up in there. So yeah, so you guys spend, probably a couple of hours, at the very least, while this sandstorm blows through. Passing the bottle around, going, okay, everybody's still alive.
Not everybody. Lost one.
Yeah. Yeah, this has been brutal on your red shirts. You've lost 4 on this particular expedition.
And that's something Carol makes a big deal of, right? So, during the 2 hours of downtime while we're passing the bottle, he will ask for stories about this particular crewman. He will, encourage people to understand that it's not just a red shirt; it's a person, right? And it's a big deal to lose one.
I'm sure Ragnar will share lots of stories.
Yeah. It would be, since Ragnar specifically went out of his way to recruit Nordheimers, so you do get a kind of a sense that they don't see this loss as necessarily a bad thing, because the people that you lost along the way died in combat. They died with a weapon in their hands, so that they will be rewarded in the afterlife.
Well, if that's the way that culture works, we'll celebrate the fact that he went facing monstrosities.
And yeah, basically, you get the sense that as long as they die with a weapon in their hand, then they will continue to fight and raid and pillage in the next life. So it's not so much a loss as a transition.
We gotta get Ragnar a horn so he can call for more.
He's a pretty good recruiter.
But yeah,
But
so,
yeah, the captain's making sure that the crew is aware that he's not spending lives frivolously, right?
But yes, after a couple of hours, the storm kind of blows its course. It is getting on towards like early evening, but you can probably put some miles between you and this place before the sun starts to set.
Claté is. You want to show that medal around, see if anyone knows anything about it.
Sure, Kevin. I know it's awful shiny.
Tabby and Roy are smart and stuff, so maybe they have an insight into its value.
Can we make a roll for that?
Lore roll, actually.
Well, that is one thing I'm good at.
I'll assist.
Okay.
I see 4 momentum. Do you want me to use some of that, guys?
Yep.
Go for it.
I will use 2.
So just 1d20 for me?
Yeah, if you click the little assist button, it'll do it for you.
That's the worst roll I've ever made.
No, there was once you rolled 2 dice and got 2 20s.
That is true.
That's a nope for me.
All right. So you can definitely identify it's refined star metal. It's star metal that's been mined or however they get it. You have no idea. but it's been processed. It's not raw ore. It's been processed and it's been formed down into like a couple of ingots. And it is remarkably light for, like, when you go to grab the ingot, you think it should be heavier because, steel bars have weight to them. Iron bars have weight to them. This doesn't weigh as much as you expect.
All right.
Can we spend momentum for questions?
You certainly can.
What do you want me to ask, Captain?
What's it worth?
Yeah, well, step one. Yeah, what's it worth?
2 ingots of refined star metal could be, again, it depends entirely on who you're selling it to, who you're trading it to, so on and so forth. But like I said, this is the sort of thing that, like, wars have been fought, kingdoms have been toppled. It is easily like a king's ransom, literally.
Is it worth lying to the captain about? That's what I'm asking.
You can certainly try.
I will not. I will not.
Yeah.
But I just thought that would be funny to say.
But literally a king's ransom, which is, when a king is captured in battle, they are ransomed back rather than killed.
Captain, I think we can retire.
So,
And give up this life of crime?
it's not quite like buy an island and retire money, but it's definitely,
Buy a condo and retire money.
it would be worth, like, a good boat. I mean,
We were thinking a nice galleon.
it's worth, in your estimation, like the hull that you got when you raided the Argosian ship, and you got the rugs and the fabric and all of that stuff.
Right.
It's, these ingots aren't worth as much as that entire load was, but it's not far off.
I think we did all right, Captain.
Well, gentlemen, I think we need to make our way to Argos. It's on the way to the northwest where our particular target is anyway.
Aye,
Right.
probably a good
Back
idea.
to the ship then.
Oh, yeah.
Sooner we get out of here, the better.
I don't think any of us are really happy about being out in the desert, so let's get the fuck out of here.
All right. Which he's still up northwest? Or?
I could check again.
No, Lassie, no. Let's just head up that way, and then if we get to the Pictish lands, then I suggest then we can try it again and see if he's left or if he's moved on. If you don't mind, my input on that, Captain.
Don't mind your input at all. In fact, you know more about this nonsense than I do, as far as I can tell.
Didn't she say that every time she checks, there's a chance that he could pick up on it or something?
Yes.
Aye, 'tis. That's the big problem. The more she uses this directional locator, the more that it's the chance that he'll be able to ride it back and figure out where we are, and maybe not for good things.
All right. Sounds like a good time to get back to town and get rid of this honking target we got over us.
So the question comes to my brain whether we sell this particular loot that we've gotten from this temple, or do we see if we can find someone to forge it into something particularly impressive?
Aye, Captain. Well, it depends on whether or not you decide you want to get a galleon right off the bat. It would kind of be nice for us to have our own boat as opposed to, just having what we have.
I like a shiny sword as much as the next man, but it's not worth having one that somebody will kill a kingdom over.
Aye, and we don't really even know who's capable of working it. I mean, we could have to travel for years before maybe we find someone who can work with this metal.
I can find someone that can work it.
Aye, well, you're good at that, Captain.
That said, if we're going after a sorcerer who trained this particular one that could drop a fucking sandstorm and an earthquake on a temple, perhaps we need a bigger boat, yeah?
Aye, 'tis. Well, the big thing about it, laddie, is the fact that I think, the pirate he's running with has a galleon. We might want to be able to match that.
Alright. So we try to get ourselves a boat then. Proper ship.
Aye.
Everyone agree with that?
Yes.
Oh, it makes no never mind to me.
Well, Clatius, it just means you'll have a bigger boat to drive. Could be fun.
Sure.
Alright. Clytius, do you want to get us back to Shem and our ship? If we're going to be buying a ship, we'll be buying Argos, not Shem.
Right. Yeah, set a course back to town and I think I'll maybe wrap those ingots up before we head out.
All right. No problem. You can like wrap them up in some cloth and stuff, and kind of put them at the bottom of your sack or bag or whatever.
Yeah. Spare shirt or something.
Yep. And whoever is leading this expedition can give me a survival check.
Mine's a 12.
Oh yeah, I believe it's all about Clatius.
Okay.
Although, could I assist?
Sure.
I'll spend momentum since we still got a couple.
No, just click the assist button.
You want me to click the assist button, or you click the assist button?
Well, if on one of your thing, when it pulls up, there's a little box you can check off for assist. So
Okay.
I
Yep.
think that's you. It'll just roll a dice, a different color, I believe. Just check.
No. If whoever's doing the assisting checks that, it'll just roll one die instead of two.
Oh, okay, good. Yep, I'll do that.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
Oh, God.
Whew. I think I have a thing for survival. No, it's observation.
Okay, so lost and attacked, eh?
Right. So you guys set off, bound and determined that you know exactly where you're going.
Yeah.
Well, we might get a chance to run into another town.
You travel for the better part of a day. You're getting like well into evening, and you're kind of pushing on because you see there's a little bit of an oasis.
All right, we found that thing before, right?
This does not look like the same oasis.
Oh,
Less scorpions?
Sure we're going the right way, Claudius?
No.
And there are a couple of tents set up as well.
oh.
But it's civilization adjacent?
We have found other travelers, I am willing to believe.
And as you start to approach, you can see like there's some flickering firelight. What I can do here.
Oh dear.
I'm sure it's fine.
It's Conan. It's never fine.
True.
Oh, crap.
As long as it's not snakes or monkeys, we'll be fine.
Hail the camp. Hello there. We seem to miss lost our way. Oh, we still had night gods.
So as you kind of approach, you see there's several people, easily like a dozen or so, kind of milling about this camp. Some of them are like sitting down eating a meal. Some of them are like sharpening weapons. There's about a half dozen or so camels that are basically kind of staked outside the camp. And as you start to approach, are you guys trying to approach stealthily, or are you just approaching?
I think we're just going to approach, like making it clear we're coming, and hands clear of weapons.
You see like 4 or 5 of them have like light crossbows, smattering of like hunting bows. They're pointed in your direction, but they're not trained on you.
Gentlemen.
What language do you speak?
He speaks Argosian and what's the other sailor one? Zamorian.
They kind of look at you. They don't really lower the weapons. And one of them kind of shouts over their shoulder in Shemite, if anybody happens to speak it.
I do not.
So he kind of like shouts over his shoulder, and he kind of like with his crossbow, he kind of like, you imagine he like draws a line kind of in the sand and kind of like gestures towards it and gestures towards you. If anybody would like it, they can make either insight or linguistics.
What language did you ask?
Shemite.
Oh, no.
I have a 14 linguistics. I can make that roll.
That'd be lovely.
Please do.
Doesn't Ragnar's
I
like
am rolling terrible today.
mean archer dude from there?
No, he's Harcanian.
Oh,
He's like way the other side of the world.
gotcha.
Right. Timmy, you're pretty sure they're inviting you into their camp.
I will relay that information.
All right. Hands up. It's fine. We're not trying to cause any trouble here. But if he shows us the way, we'll make the way to the fire.
All right. As you start to approach, the bows and the crossbows come up.
Stop.
Yeah, and he kind of like again gestures to the line and says something. And again, he yells over his shoulder. Tebby, you can get the idea that he's calling for somebody in charge.
Captain, he's asking for you.
All right. Well, we'll stay here, I guess.
And after a couple minutes, see this woman, very obviously a warrior, from the way she walks, from the multiple knives and the hunting bow across her back, the scimitar at her waist. And she says she kind of says greetings in like a couple of languages. She passes through Kothic, Shemite, Zamoran, and Argosian.
When she
Oh.
speaks in Zamorian, but
Well,
Welcome.
I would.
Is that Cimmerian?
That was one of the ones that she spoke, yes.
And Argosian, so I know.
I think all of you have Argosian. I think that was your common language.
Aye.
It's like, you look lost.
Oh, I won't be
Quiet.
able to myself.
Where's your mounts?
well, see, we
If you've
didn't
ever
bring
met
any
Frost,
mounts.
it's
We
like blind,
got
so
a little off
it'll be
track.
a
We've
fun
been
journey.
wandering for a bit.
We came by boat.
You're traveling the desert without a mount?
Yep, well, that particular kind of stupid.
See?
I don't suppose you could lend your fire to a motley little crew here and maybe some food and water.
We have some to spare.
That'd be lovely. Perhaps point us towards our destination.
That really depends where your destination is. But come on
As
in.
to one.
My name is Gilon.
He is not
Lon, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Caro. Most of the boys here call me Captain. I'm a ship's captain.
Oddly
Live
as
in
it
the dark,
is, it
stranded in the
was,
desert.
A ship. You're in the middle of the desert without a mount, but you captain a ship.
the
Kind of explains the whole thing, doesn't it?
Our grill.
This is definitely something that we would like to know more of. And she leads you into the encampment, and all told, like you saw like a dozen or so around, but as you guys start to make your way in, more people come out of the tents. There's probably 30 or 40 of them overall. And I will get anybody who's actually trained in lore can give me a lore check.
I am trained in lore.
Okay.
I will choose to remain blissfully ignorant.
I
Captain's
will
only
choose
good
to
at
not
talking.
roll a 16 and a 20 this time.
There you go.
Oh,
Nice. I will also roll. With no such luck.
all right. So Tebian, you've traveled around a fair bit.
Alright.
So as you're making your way through here, you notice like some of the weaponry, some of the armor. You would expect like a nomad group or a bandit group to be kind of ragtag, bits and pieces that they've picked up here and there. Either through barter and trade or through looting or whichever. These seem to be more uniform,
So, organized.
much more organized. And then you notice that all of the warriors, and there's very distinctly like warriors and non-warriors traveling with them, like a big extended family unit. There's women, there's children, there's elderly, a mixture of people. But the ones you identify as warriors all have cutlasses, or sorry, scimitars, like cavalry weapons.
Alright.
It's enough for you to pin together that this is an encampment of the Ashuri.
Alright. I've lost my Conan lore rep because I don't remember what they are.
Okay. The Ashuri are partially a family unit, partially mercenaries. They are skilled and feared throughout Shem and Koth and even into Argos. They are a very feared military unit. Anything
right.
other than that, you would have to spend momentum on.
Captain, do you want me to spend any momentum? Because I have no other questions besides that.
I don't. No, I think we're good.
I think we're good.
But yes, they lead you into the camp. And yeah, there are definite eyes on all of you. But you know, you're welcome to the fire. They pass around bowls of, not really bowls, basically the whatever kind of meat stuff it is that they've cooked with a variety of grains and everything is kind of like served on like a leaf from one of the palm trees. And everybody just kind of like eats with their fingers sort of thing as they talk.
Dulon, was it?
Jilan, yes.
Geelon. Sorry, I apologize.
So when you say that, she says something in Shemite and there's some guffaws around. It's like, there's no need for apologies. You haven't done anything to offend.
Well, that's good. I have no intention of offending
Yeah,
by any
well,
means. Could you explain to me exactly where we are?
You're in the desert of Shem. Maybe a day's. Not even a day, not even a full day from the city of Iraq, close to the Kothian border.
Could you perhaps tell my friend here, Claudius? Could you point to the direction to the nearest civilization? We've managed to get ourselves a bit lost out here.
John,
Well, it depends what you're looking for civilization. You said Iraq's about half a day travel.
Iraq. I don't think that's where we parked the boat, Captain.
Oh, I don't believe so either.
You could cross the mountains into Koth. I mean, they're civilized, I suppose. You're about 2 days away from Arpatana, maybe 3 days from Asgalon.
That's the one. That's the one we're looking for.
3 days. Good job, Claudius.
Well,
I mean,
it's all this sand, Captain.
I'm not judging. All this place looks the same to me as well. But Geelon, I don't suppose you would allow us to share your camp for this particular evening. I believe my friend Leroy here has some rum on him. We'd be happy to share.
Well, certainly. I mean, what sort of host would we be to let boating, non-mount riding, desert wandering folks out to die?
Well, I suppose that is the question, isn't it?
I break out a fresh bottle.
I see no harm in you staying. We'll be heading out in the morning anyway.
All right. Well, maybe we can trade some tales, you and I.
Oh,
I'm
perhaps.
a master of lore. I can tell them all kinds of stuff.
We'd certainly be interested. So you say you're headed toward Asgalon?
Hi.
Are you looking for work? Are you merchants? Mercenaries?
Well, a little bit of both. But yeah, we have a ship there, a crew.
Mercenaries?
Well, if you're interested in coin for your weapons, there's definitely work to be had.
Oh, yeah?
I can't stay.
Well, that's why we're headed to Iraq. They're looking to hire on some of the families for some raiding into Koth. And coin's pretty good if your sword armor's good.
Yeah, some good sword arms
The
here.
next morning,
But I'm most interested in making my way back to my crew. You understand that I have boys taking care of my home.
It's true. If we're gone too long, they'll take the ship.
I can understand the need to get back to family.
Well, that said, if you're ever raiding somewhere close to the coast, I wouldn't be adverse to that particular conversation.
Yeah, I don't think you can afford us.
yeah,
I'd be surprised at the particular wealth that I have in my possession. Well, not my possession, but at my disposal once I get to civilization. But that said, we should crack open
He's
this
a lot
bottle
like
of
Frost.
rum and
we threw him in the toilet. He's
share
fine.
some tales.
Very well. That sounds like an excellent idea. And she motions and she talks to some of her people. Again, you don't understand what exactly she's saying. But they bring some what appears to be some sort of, you're going to guess it's some kind of wine. You're not entirely sure. It's definitely some sort of fermented fruit product. But it doesn't seem to have been distilled or anything.
We'll make sure that we don't drink from something that nobody else drank from. Standard stuff. But
Yep.
Caro's going to bring his force of personality upon this leader. Try to make sure that she's very, very friendly.
People had
Caro
Does it pass
very
the
good
sniff
at
test?
talking.
Yeah, it's tasty enough, and they're largely just like drinking from the bottle and passing it around, sort of thing.
It's fine with me.
That's right up Tebian's alley.
I'll stick to the rum. And I'll find some enterprising lads that want to join me in the rum.
Oh yes, definitely. And as you guys kind of share tales, for this, it's a fair sized kind of nomadic group. Some of them have traveled fairly extensively. Jilan definitely, she speaks like probably 5 or 6 different languages. She's been to Argos. She's been to, further up the coast. In the wee hours of the morning, as the rum and the wine start to run down, she tells tales of, raids against the Picts, but everything was always done like for coin. They are definitely a for hire unit, not a freelance unit. A baron here will hire them, or a king there will hire them, but they never just raid for their own sake or anything like that.
As we're talking, I asked the lassie and I say, listen, we might possibly be heading up towards the Pictish lands. So is there any advice you can give us about there?
Oh, the Pictish lands. You have to understand, we were there as we were not there for diplomatic reasons.
Oh no, lassie, I get that. But we're just kind of getting like, what town would be good to land in? What places that are kind of okay that way, or
You're not going to find any place welcome to outsiders in the Pictish lands. If you're looking for supplies or anything, you're going to want to sail past them. Maybe hit Nordheim, or stock up before you get there.
Oh, aye then. So you're saying they're rather militant.
There are very few that have journeyed to Pictish lands and returned.
Aye, well, that is good to know. I was a little worried. Maybe we'll pass that by then.
That would be my advice. It's they're a fierce people, and
Aye, I've heard some rumours, but it's great to talk to someone who's actually been.
yeah, we lost quite a few there. I don't think that particular job was worth the coin.
Aye, lassie, sometimes they're all not like that.
So, but if you're traveling that way, I would suggest if you get the chance, go past the wilderness. Go to Vanaheim. They're welcome-ish. They will appreciate the fact that some of your crew seems to be from that area. And if you get a chance to time it right, you may be able to participate in one of their festivals, which is always a good time.
Oh, I bet it is.
What about any of the rest of you? What are you doing while you hang out with these mercenary nomads?
I'm trying to learn as much as I possibly can.
Okay.
About their culture, about their history.
Give me a insight.
And start working on the language.
Yeah, I think Clytius would be focused on that too.
I can definitely make an insight roll. So.
Insight?
Just working on the language and.
Yeah. Working on language. Give me a linguistics check, and if you're trying to pick up some of the insight into the culture, that would be insight.
I'll roll insight.
Oh, my linguistics is balls. Gotta work on that. Nope.
Yeah, I mean, you pick up like a couple of like common phrases here and there, not enough to actually string together into a sentence. But yeah, they're definitely they're speaking Shemite. It's not like some weird language. It's just a language you're not studied in. As for Tebian, they are very much. There's a sense of discipline to them, even as they're with you guys and they're drinking the wine and the rum and eating and breaking bread and all of that. There are always people on watch.
I bet they stay in formation.
They do, and you do notice as they move around and everything that their gear is very well cared for. You can tell that these are people that they make their living based off of military contracts. There's a certain sense of discipline to them, but when they're off duty, there's like that sort of familial sense. And as far as you can tell, it's very much kind of like a community-oriented family. Like everybody helps raise all of the kids, that sort of thing.
I like it.
So, but other than that, you guys are welcome to share dinner at the camp, bed down for the night under the safeguarding of these folks. You can set your own watches if you choose.
Yeah, I think we'll set our own watches, but I mean, Carol's got to try to get friendly with this particular captain or whatever title is.
What would her title be? Captain is probably close enough. But as you guys make friends with these mercenaries, I think we will call it there for today.
All right.
Sounds good.
I did not
Alright.
need him.
Yep.
But yes, you guys survived the mummies, which was touch and go there for a second.
Little bit.
Very, very, very close.
And then when you get back to civilization, there's some wounds and some trauma to deal with. So.
Yep.
But everybody can have 150 XP.
Oh, thank you.
Wonderful.
Sweet.
And we will see everybody in a couple of weeks.
All right.
All is well. See you next Sunday.
For next Sunday for D&D. 2 Sundays from now for our last Conan game of 2021.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah. Ooh. New
So-
year. Then.
2022, the year we reclaim our dignity.
Probably not knowing this group, but anyways.
I'll have to...
You have to have dignity to reclaim it.
Oh, there you go. So we will see everybody in a couple of weeks, or this week for Traveler or D&D or D&D or.
Yes, I'm learning how to DM. I'm playing Traveler with Tony and Anita and Chris. Sadly, I think I'm terrible, but I'm trying my best.
There's only one way to learn.
Trial by
Fucking
fire.
up.
All right, guys. We'll see you in a couple weeks. And for the viewers, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Cheers,
Yeah.
everybody.
Have a good night,
Oh,
guys.
did we